Shahid, I can't remember her name. So I can't remember her
Yeah,
name.
usually when they holler out, oh, they like, oh, my light bill, oh, my phone bill.
And we are back. It is Set Your Lineup episode 54. Man, we've been at this thing now 54 episodes. This is crazy. We appreciate all the fans that have been liking, subscribing, and sharing and telling a friend. Hey, Gino, who are you to my left?
SYL Gino, also known as DJ Ella Boy, also known as the SYL producer.
Gotcha. The People's Champ. Who are you?
The Hornets Nest legend, the People's Champ, number one.
And I'm the People's Champ.
Wins leader, all-time money killer.
Clutch Blackness, man of many names. Who are you?
I am Clutch, aka Domino, aka Black Santa.
Clutch, well, you could make the argument he's the most clutch player.
Hey, for the first time in a long time, we got who?
Hey, right now we got Unpredictable, baby. I'm live in effect. And guess what? I sure to hope this ain't live because guess what? I owe y'all some time and I'm going to make up for it all tonight.
Not the usual. Tonight we getting unpredictable.
Unpredictable. We had a few pod mates, few fans, a few people say that you've been missing due to the way LSU has been playing.
To those people who said that, tell them I say kiss their own ass, number one. Number two, tell them their mother never had children. All right. And number three, don't worry about us because we getting ready for next year. So we already did what we had to do. So when Nick Saban at when you need him? Shit, I can't even play this one off. Good Lord.
Hey, you better see your check-in. You better see your check-in and get ready for next year. They're trying to steal your quarterback. Michigan trying to steal your quarterback. Better see your check-in.
Hey, man, listen, we need to do something, man. I don't know, man. This team right here, they look undisciplined. It look like on the play when Florida scored 55 yards when we had to stop them, the linebacker said half the team was running run defense, the other one had running the other defense. Now, I'm not the most expert with hand signals, but what the hell are you calling where half the team don't know what the hell going on? I didn't see more people in my math class getting that stuff together than what LSU doing. This is awful.
Yeah, because I don't know what Brian Kelly said to Lacey, but I ain't never seen Brian Kelly that shook on the sideline. He had Brian Kelly looking just like this when Lacey said something to him. I'm glad that they didn't have the camera on that YN because he might have been getting fined and most stuff.
Yeah. Well, we just got to go back to the drawing board. We got to get rid of all this riffraff, get some athletic linebackers. That's number one. Wheat is a hell of a linebacker, but he's not the prototypical spread type of linebacker. Now, if you got somebody about a goal line to thump, that's your man. But right now, we need some athletic linebackers. And I'm going to say this. Looking at this, LSU, we got 3 receivers out the transfer portal. And this is how you mismanage a team. You had 3 5-stars that was getting ready to play and 2 4-stars. You couldn't get none of them young boys ready, and you spent NIL money on 3 transfer receivers, and you needed D tackles. That was just bad business. But hopefully we don't lose to Vanderbilt because now I can hear Bama fans now. But we're going to beat Vanderbilt. We're going to win these last 2 in this bowl game, and we're going to make it respectable and go pay our $10.9 million for this quarterback because the one we got is hot garbage.
Yeah, since we speaking on LSU, speaking on a quarterback, Bryce Underwood is the number one quarterback in the class, and he has committed to LSU. How do you feel that Michigan has offered Bryce Underwood a what was it, $13 million 4-year contract?
They went to 13 million now.
It was something. All I know is
It's
they
10
offered.
10 point something million, 10.2 million. I think.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, but it's for 4 years. That sounds like a contract to me. I thought this was just NIL. It seemed like the college players getting paid like the NFL players right now.
Yeah, but guess what? He don't want that culture. He want LSU because he's seen what we got the Heisman 2 out of the last 5 years, and he see the receivers that we have. So you got to look at Michigan did win it all last year, but when you look at it, who got drafted on Michigan offense from a skill position standpoint? So you got to think: do you want to go to Michigan with the receivers that play like Auburn receivers? Because Auburn receivers and Michigan receivers are the same. They converted cornerbacks and safeties. Or you want to go where you can have first round talent all around you, and that's just a no brainer.
I agree, man. I agree with you, Junior. To pay 10.5 and still run the ball and not throw the ball, like that's crazy. But for 10.5, your quarterback
He belongs to the streets.
your quarterback belongs to the streets. Anybody can get.
But hey, I digress. I hope LSU do turn around, and I hope that young man Bryce Underwood, because he has my last name, he does great. But anywho, we checking in with the NFL. We had the game of the week: Chiefs versus Bills. Stat man, what had happened?
All right, we had Kansas City.
And the Bills.
And the Bills. Pause.
Regard to commercial, we'll be right back. And that commercial break was brought to you by Mrs. B's over there on Oak Street. They'll get your Thanksgiving right. If your old lady acting up, she don't want to cook, they'll cater. So shout out to Mrs. B.
But we had the game of the week: Chiefs versus Bills. What had happened, stat man?
All right, we had KC versus Buffalo. The line was Buffalo favored by 2.5. The over and under was 46. Buffalo covered and the over hit. The People's Champ had 1. Joe had 1. Our Predictable had 2. DSPN had 2. X-Man had 2. And Gino had 2. Give us a running total of the People's Champ bringing up the rear at 8. Joe got 13 in the lead. Our Predictable got 11. ESPN got 13 in the lead. X-Man got 8, bringing up the rear with the People's Champ. And in the middle, Gino got 10.
Okay. What we got? Game of the week. This week we got the 49ers versus the Packers. Gino, what you got?
I don't want to copy out somebody else's paper. The
line is hold on. The line is 49ers minus 1.5. The over and under is 47.5.
I was just gonna shoot from the hill. Give me the Packers. And the I need CMC to do something. Give me the over. In the Packers.
Unpredictable, what you got?
Give me the Niners. And what's the line on it, champ?
47.5.
Give me the Niners and over.
X-Man.
Niners and under.
I'm going the opposite way. I am going to take Green Bay and over. People's Champ, what you got?
I'm gonna do the same thing. Going Green Bay and over.
Hey, I'm sorry when one of our pod mates opened his mouth, I know to run the other way. No offense to him, he's a great guy, but that's just what I gotta do.
He said fast though. When he said fast, he be right, man. I might put some money on that. When he don't do when he don't do all that, it be right, man.
Hey, you might be
I-
right, Gino.
I knew exactly what I wanted on this one. Exactly what I wanted.
Oh gosh, I might have to redo what might have to go against it there. I don't know yet. But Stat Man, since you already got your stuff pulled up, we got Main Man Monday coming up. We got the Dolphins versus the Rams. Who you taking for Main Man Monday?
Main Man Monday. All right, I'm gonna go with the guy that's.
I'm sorry, we got the Ravens versus the Chargers. I gave you the wrong game. Ravens versus the Chargers.
I was gonna win that one, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna win that one. I was like, yeah, I know I'm gonna win this one.
I'm gonna go with Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, gotcha. We got the Ravens versus the Chargers. Gino, who you got?
Give me Derrick Henry. He got to catch back up. Give me Derrick Henry.
Ravens versus the Chargers. Clutch. Who you got?
Zay Flowers.
Can y'all just stop picking the Ravens? Unpredictable. We got Ravens versus Chargers. Who do you have, sir?
Chip Kelly.
That's a good one.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the since the Ravens defensive backfield is suspect. I like to be unpredictable. I'll go the other way. I'm going with the Chargers quarterback.
And you took what I was gonna say right out of my mouth. No Diddy. And I'm not gonna change it. I will also take Justin Herbert.
Who?
Justin
Who you
Herbert.
said?
Justin Herbert.
And who did I pick? Who did I pick?
It don't matter. You sticking
Zay
with
Flowers.
Zay Flowers. I want to change my pick now.
it. Nah, you keeping it.
No, I want to change my pick to Zay Flowers.
Good. Stay with what you got. Hey, it is that segment of what had happened.
Ooh.
Gino, what had happened this week? You should be a very, very happy man this week. No Diddy.
No, look, see what had happened was right. So,
Fantasy football Friday. What had happened was fantasy wise, because Coop made 2 field goals, and we needed him to make 12, but he made 2. So the kickers seem to be bouncing back. What had happened was I'm going to go with Taysom Hill. He started where he left off. He had a big run combat last week, and he ate. And I've had him and dropped him, and had him and dropped him. I got him on about 2 or 3 teams, and he was sitting on the bench just cooking. I'm not gonna bring up the other guy. I think you thought I was gonna bring up the other guy. We're gonna see if somebody else bring up the other man.
Okay. X-Man, what had happened this week in fantasy for you?
Well, what had happened was Jared Goff threw for 5 touchdowns and 300 and something yards and
400.
destroyed their opponent. That's what happened. That's what happened.
I turned him down in a trade.
They said Doug Peterson might get fired after this one, but we'll wait on that. For Jared Goff to be the quarterback to light you up like that, and it's something about that culture in Detroit that if you don't like that team and that culture, you just don't like sports in general. Because it's something about when teams get up big and they take their foot off the gas and they relax. Dan Campbell said, nah, we finna keep it going. They went full throttle. They had 3 rushing touchdowns to start the game. They up big. And then they say, you know what, Jared Goff just started throwing it. And all I seen was Amon-Ra St. Brown just catching touchdowns and my phone just going off. And I was just in heaven. But anywho, the People's Champ, what else had happened this week?
My boys, the Denver Broncos, what had happened was they beat everybody in the NFC South this year by more than 2 touchdowns. They beat Atlanta 38-6.
Woo!
They beat Tampa Bay 26-7.
Hmm.
They beat New Orleans 33-10.
Woo.
I mean, we scored more than Atlanta, and we gave up less than Atlanta.
They beat Carolina 28-14.
So you got a lowercase L and Atlanta got a capital L. Both of them.
They the same thing.
Hey, we're talking about fantasy football here, baby. Shout out to Bo Nitz. This is Fantasy Friday, man. We don't want to hear fantasy football, man.
My bad. I see why Jameis Winston went for it and scored that last touchdown last year. With attitudes like that, we don't respect y'all.
Oh man.
Damn
Boy.
Trump State.
Man, listen, boy, Chuck,
I got another what that happened was. But go
Champ,
ahead.
I ain't never seen you piss off so many people all at one time with one statement. Man, boy, hey, good work. Keep it up. Unpredictable. What had happened this week for fantasy wise?
For me, fantasy wise, Lamar Jackson kind of let me down, man. He didn't score as much as he was supposed to.
No, he didn't let you down. He let you down.
Yeah. Between Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, and Gus Nussmeier, they all threw an egg. But I'll take Lamar all day over those last two, especially those two. And I should have knew Gus wasn't worth nothing. His daddy coached for the Cowboys, so I should have knew LSU was set up from the get-go. But on fantasy, Lamar kind of let me down, especially in his 2-quarterback league. I can't figure out when I accidentally dropped Kamara in there. He's supposed to step up and just didn't have it today against the Steelers. So it just happens.
Gotcha.
Damn Gus.
Hey,
What? Huh? You got something to say, Gino?
Yeah, this is outside of fantasy. But what had happened was Alabama State lost to Grambling. And we could have been playing for something because somehow Mississippi Valley State, shout out to the people that have been telling me we need to tap in with HBCU. Here you go. FAMU lost to Mississippi Valley State for their first win of the year. So Alabama State could have been playing Jackson State to get in, but we lost to Grambling. So, yeah. No, we lost to Grambling and Jackson. We lost to Grambling, so the game meant nothing. And we finished it like it meant nothing. But at the end of the game, Alabama State wasn't going for the disrespect, and they got to throwing those hands. And my TikTok video was finna go crazy, but they canceled it. I had over 350 views in under 3 minutes. But shout out to them boys at Alabama State. I don't care what President Cook say, because unpredictable and fake Gino wouldn't have threw them hands like that at the end of the game.
Well, first of all, I was only ashamed because if they'd have fought like that during the game, they wouldn't have had to fight like that after the game.
Right.
You laid an egg. See, as a former coach, let me tell you what I told my players. I was at this school. I ain't gonna say no name. And this school was supposed to be the hardest school, supposed to have all the gangsters and thugs. And I remember we were playing against the school, Capitol Heights. Now, I didn't know at the time his name was Mac Wilson, who was playing for him. But I remember they was part like the Red Sea on him. And the first thing I had to say was, what are gangsters? What are Bloods and Crips? Y'all fight more in school than you do in the game. So this, to me, I think my thing is, no, I'm a sore loser. But guess what? The thing about football is the good Lord gave y'all 40 pounds of equipment to smack people around. And you wait till after the game to fight with your helmet off, idiot. You should have used all. First of all, if you played hard enough, you wouldn't have been having no time to fight. That's number one, because you'd have been tired. I'm getting tired of all this fighting after with somebody they disrespect. Well, first of all, they disrespected you when they came to your home and beat your ass. So how about doing it on the football field? You ain't got to worry about all this disrespect. That's like a man coming in my house and spit on me, and then I wait till he start dancing and say I'm disrespectful. No, take that 40 pounds of equipment, square up on your helmet, and hit him in his chest the right way. All this talking about disrespect. Know what disrespectful is? when you let somebody come to your home and whoop your ass. That's disrespectful.
I appreciate that. 'Cause I'm still trying to get the media pass for next year. Shout out to
I'm not. I thought, hey, then they couldn't even fight. They go try to fight.
I have a Glock.
Shit.
Hey, speaking of fight, I think I said this person was going to put up a good fight this week. Anthony Richardson has came back from the doom, and not only did he come back from the doom,
I have a Glock.
he also put somebody in the he got rid of somebody. They playoff hopes, the Jets. So two things that happened is Anthony Richardson is now worth that number one pick that he was going, and the Jets are no longer in any shape, form, or fashion able to make the playoffs. Is it time for Aaron Rodgers to retire, Gino?
Most definitely, man. He can serve better elsewhere, in the media, growing whatever he grows, selling medicine, whatever he could do. Politics, he could do it better than what he's doing on that field. So go ahead and clock out forever.
The People's Champ, is it time for Aaron Rodgers to retire?
Yeah. He's too old. No, he don't move the same no more. Don't throw the ball the same no more. He blamed the players for all his bad throws. It's time.
He ain't LeBron.
Unpredictable. Can you say Anthony Richardson is the starter for the remainder of the year?
I would say yes. I think he got a bad rep when he actually come out. I think we overblew it to a certain extent, but I think he's still young. And when you have a young quarterback like that with that talent, and you know he was raw, I would say yes. On Aaron Rodgers, he should have been gone 2 years ago, and he should have took Dak Prescott with him too.
X-Man, can you start Aaron? You got me saying it wrong. Can you start AR-15 for the rest of the year? Oh shit.
All right.
I hope you say
yeah. I mean, if you have no choice to, yeah, go ahead and start him. If you have no choice to, go ahead and start him. You have no choice to.
Okay, you know what? I can take that. I can take that because that
DFN, man. DFN, man, go on, man. Cause I feel like you taking shots at me. I really do. Cause you dumpster dive on Anthony Richardson. You dumpster dived on him, but I saved him in the league. I needed quarterbacks. Now I got too many quarterbacks in the league, and I was finna beg clutch for a quarterback. But I understand AR coach taking him out to prove a point, to show him a lesson, because we know Chip Kelly, he went there. How scared he is, his players, he went there take one of them out to teach him a lesson. So shout out to his coach. But I kept him in a couple leagues, but DSPN and the fast phone, man, you got me. You got me.
I appreciate everyone that dropped Anthony Richardson, and I was able to pick him up for the free because I had a lot of quarterbacks on bye this week. But since we talking about pickups and best pickups, what's the best weekly waiver wire best grab for this past weekend?
Anybody?
Elijah Moore, Cleveland Browns, wide receiver.
Taysom Hill, Saints.
I forgot his name, but the tight end for the Miami Dolphins. I'm gonna come up with his name just that fast. But the tight end for the Miami Dolphins.
Jono Smith.
There you go.
That's what I was gonna say there, because that's my boy. I picked him up in like 8 leagues. So yeah. Jono Smith. So you ain't gotta ask me. I'm gonna say Jono Smith.
And for anyone that thought that Marquez Valdez-Scantling was a fluke, he did it again. So hey, it is time to start Marquez Valdez-Scantling, because him and John Juan Jennings, they might win somebody. They might win somebody a chip if needed. If you're thin at wide receiver, those two guys are very, very active in their offenses. So they might win you a chip. If not, they at least get you a W for the week.
Right. This
Can I
fantasy
say
season
something?
be crazy,
I
man. You
want to say
dropping
this.
one and you think Pearsall gonna do something, then it's Jennings and it's
No, Pearsall. Pearsall gonna be the pickup. Pearsall is the pickup. He's gonna be the receiver for the 49ers. Mark what I'm saying.
all right, well, I'm ready for this next segment.
Okay, go ahead and clock
You can
out.
go ahead and clock
Gee,
out for me, okay?
Huh?
who
Go ahead and
who
clock
needs to
out for me.
who needs to go ahead and clock out?
Y'all go first. Anybody got anything?
Unpredictable. Who should go ahead and clock out for you?
Then I say Chip Kip.
I would- you know who I'm gonna say? Gus Nussmeier. I think that he's shell shocked. Whatever's going on, he don't look the same. It's time to put somebody in. We need a brother in there to start running this ball or something.
Hey, coaches can clock out as well. X-Man, who needs to clock out?
Aaron Rodgers need to go ahead and clock
All
out.
right.
He need to go ahead and clock out
Hey, go ahead and clock out for me.
and just he need to go somewhere in the Midwest and chill in the cabins wherever he goes. He need to clock out.
The People's Champ, who need to go on clock out?
Jake Ferguson, tight end for the Dallas Cowboys. Get on out of there.
Ooh.
Straight to the punch. I don't want to take this if Gino is going to say
Go
it.
ahead. Go ahead.
So
Because you
I
don't
just
got
want
this garbage man on your team. Go ahead.
I'm going to say Kirk Cousins. It's time to go on clock out.
Whoa.
I think
Oh.
yeah
I agree with you.
that Kirk magic that we've seen over the years, it might have ran out. I don't want to say if it's too early or not, but it might be time to go ahead and clock out Kirk Cousins. But
Hey, go ahead and clock out.
it's a little premature, but we gonna see in these next couple weeks.
Well, I think Kirk Cousins had to play in Voodoo Land, then he had to play in Mile High where he can't breathe at. So he come back home, man. We're gonna see. But let me see if I can get the manager and the assistant manager to clock this brother out. Hold on.
Hey, go ahead and clock out for me, bro. You ain't do nothing all day. You too. Go ahead and clock out for me.
At the same time,
You can go ahead and clock out for me, okay?
Travis Etienne, please clock out. Tank Bigsby was stealing you're stealing your time, your carries. Then the man keep getting injured, and you still won't do nothing. And I knew better. Tank, both of them clock out. What he just said? You too, brother. You too. Go ahead.
All right. DSPN, can I go off script just for 15 to 20 seconds?
Hey, do you think?
Go ahead.
I got another person need to clock out. Ronnie James. In the G League, this man is averaging 6 points and 3 rebounds in the G League. He needs to clock out. All right. What he should do is he should wait a couple years, and maybe he should marry Anthony Davis' ex-wife like Jordan did, like Jordan's son did. He needs to clock out. That man shot 60% in the NBA, and in the G League is averaging a whopping 6 and 3. Clock out, man.
Hey, and that there was brought to you by Don Julio 1942, the smoothest tequila out there on the market.
I don't think that man played 19
That's
minutes.
what I'm drinking right here.
I don't. He also said that he wasn't traveling with the team. That's what I heard. He's only playing home games.
Well, based on what he did, I don't think he's playing with the team either. That man did all that for 6 points in the G League. That man should have. I told y'all that man should have transferred to Alabama State.
Right.
Hey, but I want to thank y'all for checking in with us. I want to thank y'all for liking. I want to thank y'all for subscribing and sharing the show. Hey, we appreciate y'all. If we haven't told y'all enough or thanked y'all one-on-one or whatever it may be. But we do have live shows running every Sunday now during the Sunday night football main game of the week. If you checked out our last week at our first live show, we appreciate y'all. But hey, Clutch, what you gonna tell the people to take us out of here?
All right. Everything you've ever wanted is sitting on the other side of fear.
Right.
I like that. Set Your Lineup Podcast. This has been episode 54. Gino,
And don't
take
forget
us
to set your
out.
lineup.
Oh yeah, shout out to Trick Man. Don't forget to set your lineup. Join the Facebook group, man. Give your comments. If you get tired of man going, go in the comments and tell them. Cause
There you go.
we live.
Hey, here go a quote before we go out. The best things in life are free until you get married.
Amen, brother.